Alright, so this is going to be a tutorial on the new iQue Any Route. Found my Mr. Cheese a few days ago. It makes use of SRM, ACE, and player 3 inputs. I'm going to have to speed through kind of because I got to leave in 30 minutes for something. So just bear with me. In order to legally run OoT on iQue as of August 2024, you need to have the game already on your console, already installed on your console through legal ways, which unfortunately isn't possible anymore because the service shut down for installing games about a while ago, like multiple years ago. So luckily for me, I have OOT already on my iQue, so I can legally run the game. This route works the same on vanilla and the current unreleased version of GZ, so I'm just going to use GZ to explain things a bit better and faster. So I'm going to load up the Dr. Mario exploit to load into the hacked menu. And I will load up into this unreleased build of GZ. So, now that we're in here, I'll go ahead and go over player 3 inputs really quickly. So basically you need to have, I have these two washes up. This top one is the player 3 inputs, which is the one I'll talk about real quick. I'm going to pull up the watches menu. This is the address for it. It's 0129540, and you can put it as X32 to display it properly. So your player 3 inputs need to translate to an instruction, which is this, 800965cc. And this is what it looks like on an input display. And this is how I have them set up. So I have my iQue player. I have my multiplayer box hooked up to it, and I soldered an N64 controller port, this thing, onto the player 3 port, and then I have that going into my input display right here, and then the input display is going into my test TM32, and it's being sent inputs over from my Raspberry Pi. And so there's currently sort of a discussion going on as to whether to allow that or not, because I think the current accepted method is just rubber banding your controller down while viewing the exact XY coordinates of your controller using input viewing software. I have not figured out a way to do that yet, but when I do, I will make a separate tutorial on that. I'm just going ahead and doing this just to show off what the player 3 stuff is like. So, should it look like this address? And yeah, again, this is what it looks like on input display. And yeah, so let's go ahead and move on. So this next thing is, this is Link's angle, 801E8026, X32. You can see it moves around when Link's facing angle changes. And so yeah, that's about it for washes and stuff. Now, whenever you're starting the game, you can go ahead and name your file whatever you want. You can play in whatever slot you want. The way I like to do it is just have your file, and then after you're finished creating it, you'll load into Link's house. From there, you can just save your game, and then go back to the menu. And what I like to do is I like to save this save this file into whatever slot is convenient for copying. So, say I have a file like this one that has the intro skipped. I can just copy that into file slot 1, and then just play on file slot 1 whenever I want. Whenever I want to do a run, I can just copy that file over. So once you have that, I'm going to C up, and time starts in the first frame you move the control stick. So time would start now. And then you can roll out of the house. And there we go. So for matching text, match A, B, and C up. And so you're going to match through Saria's text. And then you're going to flick up. You're going to target your backflip and keep back walking. And then you're going to get around to this. What the heck? My iQue just unplugged for a second. Nice. But yeah, so let me go ahead and do that again. Good plugs. So you can get around to this grass patch, and then you're going to side hop a couple times till you get these 2 rupees. You're gonna backwalk, backflip into this rail, walk over here, line yourself up with the crawl space, turn around, and backflip over this fence, and just make your way to the crawl space. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to go in fast because I gotta leave soon, so apologies for that. So you're gonna backflip, side up twice to the right, backwalk, get these 2 rupees, side up to this, and then side up all the way back to over here, and you're gonna backwalk and go straight to the sword chest. So then you're going to get the sword, you're gonna mash text, you're gonna hold up, and then you're gonna target the chest and start backwalking. And somewhere around here you wanna pause, equip your sword, and then you're gonna side up 8 to 9 times till you get all the way over to the blue rupee and this bush. So you're gonna slash the bush for a chance, 50-50 chance at a rupee. I got it there, which I got lucky. And you're gonna grab those rupees, or the blue rupee. Then you're gonna side up and head out of here. And now you're going to need to do some rupee farming and collect the other permanent rupees. So they're called permanent rupees because they don't despawn like normal. They're always there until you collect them, and they don't respawn after you collect them. So you're gonna backflip, collect this 1 rupee, you're gonna side to the left, and you're gonna backflip again and collect these 2 rupees. So you should get a total of 7 rupees from that. And now you're going to need to farm rupees until you get at least 23 from these bushes. So just start slashing some bushes. If you don't get at least 23, that's okay. Right now I have 23 rupees. I'll go ahead and show what to do if you don't get enough. But yeah, you're gonna slash the sign, get 5 more. And then you're gonna backflip this fence, and you're gonna do a bridge clip. So for bridge clip, you're just gonna target this, side up 4 times, and backflip, and then jump up, and jump slash onto this, onto the bridge. So now you're here, you're just gonna go collect the rupee. If you don't have at least 33 rupees by now, you can throw some rocks. If you don't get enough rupees from after throwing all the rocks, you can reload them using this by going to the house and exiting again. But if you do have at least 33 rupees, then you're gonna come up here, and you're going to collect this blue rupee. Then you're gonna head over here. If you don't have at least 40 rupees, you're gonna collect these rupees over here, just until you have at least 40. Then you're gonna collect these 5 rupees. If you have at least 50, you can go ahead and into the shop. If you don't, go ahead and keep walking over towards this direction. And then you're gonna hop across these stones for 5 more rupees. And if you have 50 at this point, you can enter the shop. So now you're going to go behind the shop and grab 5 more rupees. You're gonna talk to the shopkeeper. You're gonna buy the Decker Shield for 40 rupees, and the Decker Notes 15 rupees. Mashing text with A, B, and C up all at the same time. Whoops. I had a deal not to talk to the shopkeeper, but it's whatever. So mash text. Once you're done, you're gonna pause, equip Decker Nuts on whatever C button you like. Go over to Decker Shield and equip it, and then just roll out of the shop. So now here's where the heat minute begins. You're going to roll into the water over here. Do not jump on the pillar over there, otherwise it'll screw up the heap. If you happen to screw up the heap at any point during this, you can go back in the shop and reload everything. But yeah, from here you just want to talk to Mido, head over here, and now you just want to keep Mido unloaded while you cross this load plane with your sword charged. So the only way, it's pretty easy to keep Mido unloaded. He's like way over here, and pretty much unless you have the camera like this, or like somewhere over like here, he won't be loaded. So if you can just target in this direction, and then you're gonna pull out your sword, start holding B, and then cross the loading plane. You'll know you crossed it when the load Decker Bubbles load, and then you can let go of B. Then you can cross back across the loading plane, and this time you're gonna cross the load plate again, just without your sword charge this time. So just roll across. Doesn't matter if you want to roll or walk. Now you're gonna do return A. So return A. This is this glitch. It's where you. What the heck? My IQ is like being so stupid right now. But oh, come on. Yeah, so basically what it's gonna do is your camera's gonna get locked like this. So I'm not holding Z, the camera is locked, and you can move Link around. and you can see this text is on the A button. So to do it, you just target directly in front of the decubaba on this wall. You're gonna flick right, and you're going to press Z, R, and C up on the same frame while the decubaba is spinning at you. And if you do it right, you should get return A, just like this. If you press them not all in the same frame, then your camera will not be locked when you let go of Z. So, like this. If the text is not the same, and if I let go of Z, I do not have return A. So, if you want to guarantee this, you can pause while the decubaba is spinning, and then in the unpause lag, you can press Z, R, and C up all in the same, just whenever, and the game will input it on the next available frame. So you will immediately get C up for free. So just press them whenever, you'll get C up. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to walk out of this area while you're sword charged, and you know you unloaded when decubaba is unload. So then you can go over here, around to this corner, and you're side up across the stepping stones. Be careful, do not fall in the water, because otherwise you will lose return A, and also the heap will get screwed up from loading stuff in with the camera turning and stuff. So that's basically your run under. You have to go back into the shop to reset the heap and try all that stuff again. So then you're gonna go over here, you're gonna collect this rupee, and you're down left, and you're gonna collect this rupee over here. Do not collect the other rupees in the bushes because that will screw up the heap. And then you're gonna come over to around this patch of grass, and you're gonna start back walking from here. Then you're back up, flip over the fence, side up left, and start back walking all the way until you get to the cross base. And thankfully this little fence post right here, if you keep back walking against it, you will get lined up exactly with the cross base. So from here you can just press A, you'll get in the cross base, and then from here you can hold down right and spam A, and that will make you talk to the sign. Now you can hold targets, press C down, or press whatever C button you have your decking nuts on, and scroll text with C up. So now you want to get over to this corner, and you want to pause, and then unpause, and then backflip. If you do not pause before that, you will get soft locked when you try to backflip. I'll go ahead and show that off now. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Let me try that again. So if you don't pause and you try to backflip and click soft lock, moving the stick around, press buttons. Well, the levitating command doesn't let it move, but yeah, you can't move Link otherwise. So yeah, make sure you pause. So get walking while talking. This is what that glitch is called. You're gonna pause and backflip, and then you're gonna side hop all the way across, all the way over to the rocks by this house over here. And after one of your side hops, you're gonna press A to do a dry roll, and that will make Link his angle change, and be good for slashing the rock in a second. So you're gonna come over to this rock specifically, this one right here, and you're going to line Link's feet up with this little black line. It's kind of hard to tell, but line up with the top of the black line with the top of Link's feet, and you're going to press B and A to pick up the rock. So, if you did it like this, and you see this text in the A button with this camera angle, then you have done it correctly. If you have not, if you're too far up, this will happen. You can still pick up the rock, but the camera angle will be completely in a different angle. And if you're too far down, you can slash the rock, get the correct camera angle, but you won't be able to pick it up. Like, as you can see, Link will just do a jump slash, which is not what you want. So you want to get into this position, like I said before, line the top of this black line up with Link's feet, and press B and then A soon after to pick up the rock. All right, so now for blind walking. So basically you want to count to the BPM of the Kokiri Forest music, which is around 145 BPM. And so you want to keep holding upright until you see Link past this little edge of the pillar. And you want to count 10 beats upright, 15 beats to the right, or until you see the A button flip. And then you hold 7 beats down right, 11 beats upright, and around 6 to 7 beats up left. So I'll show that now. So you slash the rock, pick it up, start holding upright, and then I'll start counting once I get past here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm gonna hold right 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I saw that A button flip. That means it's good so far. And now I can hold down right for 7 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you can hold upright for 11 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now you can hold up left for around 6 to 7 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now you should be over here with Link's arms up, meaning you have the stale reference and you are loaded back into the Baba hallway. So if you cross the load plane from here and you see the game has not crashed and also Link has not dropped his hands, that means you have done everything correctly up to this part. If you have not, send a video recording of your attempt and post it in the OT Discord, because that's probably the best way to help. Probably the best way we can help you with this part, because the heat minute can be a little tricky at times and tough to figure out what's going wrong. So definitely send recordings of your attempts and we should be able to help you out there. All right, and now for the angle setup. So basically most of this is going to involve ESS position, which is basically the small dead zone outside of your controller, where you can move Link in like a circle like this. You can see just like moving in place, and that is good for this angle setup because it makes stuff like this extremely consistent. So what you want to eventually get is angle 9578. I'll go ahead and save state here and then show off what the angle setup looks like. So you just do this and then spin around a bit all the way until you get to this angle right here, 9578. So the best way to do it I found is you line up at camera angle 8000 by having the camera pan up, and then you use C up to align Link's angle to that. And so that should put you directly north. From there you want to move up a little bit so that the camera doesn't get stuck, and then hold down. Then just while you're holding down, at some point you want to pause, hold right for 1 frame, and you should get angle BB8. And now you can let go, unpause, and you can start doing your ESS turns. So you want to ESS all the way until you get to right here, angle 9578. So the visual cue for this is that I use is when you're one ESS too far to the right, you can't see Link's hair past his arms. On this frame, which is the correct frame, 1 ESS to the left, that's 9578, and you can see Link's hair kind of lines up with his arms, and it's the first frame you can see his hair. So one too far to the left is 9C80, and you can see a lot of Link's hair, and also his hair is pretty visible, or his hat is pretty visible too, which is 1 too far to the left, like I said. So this is the correct frame, 9578, and now you're free to drop the rock, and you need to have your player 3 inputs being held only by the time that you cross the load plane. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my inputs, or player 3 inputs right now. So here we go. There we go. There's the instruction. I'm gonna drop the SRM, and then I'm gonna cross the load plane. Now I'm going to go and enter the Deku tree. Thankfully the heat map unloads the Deku tree cutscene and the entrance, so you can just walk right in. So yeah, that's all the SRM stuff that you should need to know. So now I'm going to go over to this Deku Baba and just die, and then game over with a no save, no continue. So the best way to game over with no save, no continue, and just do the menuing for it, is just hold right and spam A. You will just immediately hit both options correctly. So spam A, no save, no continue, and if you did everything right, instead of going back to the title screen, you will load into the title file, the title screen's debug file. And so from here, all you have to do is you pause, equip your bomb choose, and then exit Dongo's Cavern. Alright, if something happened before that, like if you went to the title screen instead, that means something in your setup was wrong. It could have been your heat manip, it could have been your SRM, it could have been your SRM angle, it could have been your player 3 inputs being bad. There are a lot of things that can go wrong, unfortunately. But thankfully with GZ, it's pretty easy to figure out what's going wrong. So, once you're out here, whoops, things got bopped. What you can do is you just need to head down to Kakariko Village and then re-enter it to set a cutscene value. And then die to just using bomb choose to kill yourself like this. So, you're just going to use bomb choose on this sign right here. And you'll die. So, just exit. And then re-enter to set this cutscene flag right here. You can wait for the cutscene to end. Go over the sign. And just die. Thankfully, you have plenty of bomb choose to make Link die. So, won't have to worry about that. You also got some bombs, too. But yeah, you're just going to keep doing this. Pulling bomb choose and then shielding. Make them blow up on you. And then yeah, once he's dead, you're just going to hold right, spam A again, so that you do no save, no continue. And then upon reloading, the game is going to play the credits. And congratulations, you've officially beaten Ocarina of Time on iQue with the current fastest route. So that was a lot of information. Really fast. Sorry I don't have much time to explain, or didn't have as much time to explain as I normally do, but yeah, that's about the entire route. If you have any questions, stuff going wrong, ask in the OT Discord. We're all there to help you. Good luck learning this. It's pretty fun. I'll make probably a part 2 just to show a legal way to set up the player 3 inputs once I get that done. Or once I figure out a way to do that. But yeah, that's about all for now. Good luck and have fun.